The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
New on CuriosityStream, we've walked with dinosaurs. We've explored our prehistoric planet, and we were always told the same story. Extinction came from the sky. But what if dinosaurs survived? Amazing Dino World 2. Watch it now on CuriosityStream. With monthly, annual, and bundle plans, find the one that works for you at CuriosityStream.com.
While many kids are making their holiday wish lists, the patients at Nationwide Children's Hospital are simply wishing they could be home. But you have the power to make their stay a little brighter. The moment you make a donation, the butterflies on the lawn at Nationwide Children's light up for our patients to see. And that gift brings joy, funds research, and the world's finest care. Please, light up the lawn. Light up a life. Give now at nationwidechildrens.org/give.
How long was Neil Armstrong actually on the moon? When did Europe start speaking English? Did Marco Polo really go to China? CuriosityStream is the streaming service for all things history, plus science, wildlife, and more. What's the real story behind the Mona Lisa? We've got that. What caused the collapse of Rome? We know. Where did we find mankind's earliest ancestor? Come find out. For the holidays, give the gift of curiosity with 25% off gift cards for your curious cohorts. It's holiday shopping season at curiositystream.com/gift.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthmacore Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
You have smoked yourself retarded.
here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
Welcome to the Weedsman Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron. We're back. We're back in the studio. We got our vapes ready to go.
We're making a list.
Yeah.
Checking it
You're
twice.
on the disposables, huh? I'm still hanging on to the refillable pod system.
I'm to the point now where these are 2 grams and I get them 2 for $40.
Yeah. But your weed vape, yeah. Yeah. But you're on the disposables for your nicotine, yeah.
'Cause
Got the breeze there. You see those things are a fucking scourge on the planet, man. Everywhere I go, I see crushed breeze on the fucking side of the street.
Right.
These fucking kids just fucking vape that shit, and when it blinks on them, they chuck it out the fucking window.
I put mine in the garbage because
Yeah,
I'm
I
an
believe
adult.
you. I believe you, and but even then, like, we shouldn't be chucking all these batteries into the garbage. We need to recycle them properly. Landfills, they're just going to fill up with batteries, and all that acid is
Right.
going to like poison the earth.
Well, I was spending like $22 a month on coils and $22 a month on juice.
Yeah.
These are $11 each, and I get a week out of them. I'm spending the same amount of money, and I don't have to.
Plus, it's probably more hygienic because you're going through them more.
For me, I just got tired of doing. It's because I moved, and the vape shops around here didn't have the stuff that I would have
Right.
for a decade, and I just got tired of going on a wild goose chase on like a Sunday. I was like,
Yeah.
it was just like with the weed vapes. When the budget gets to where it's the same thing, I'll switch, and it finally did.
Yeah. They're probably even the Stizzies that I like, they make disposable versions of that, and it probably works out about the same when you figure out what I pay in batteries too. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I got new vape devices because nobody's carrying
Always getting
the old shit.
Well, that's the thing, right? That stuff, and this is just.
Well, Geek Vape was hot for a minute, and then like none of the shit around here. It's Wild Bills, and that seems to drive the market because they're so dominant, and they tend to. I don't understand how they operate because they seem to be all independently operated, but they have a lot of uniformity to the products that they carry. So I don't know, but maybe they just all work through the same distributor.
Well, I mean,
or something.
like pizza
how does
franchise,
that work?
right?
Right. Yeah.
Use the Wild Bill
it's something
name.
like
You all
that.
got to carry the same shit.
So whatever Wild Bill ends up carrying, that's what most of the shops. They might sprinkle in some other stuff to be competitive, but mostly, people are going to come through looking for coils compatible with the shit that Wild Bill sells.
Yeah.
So yeah, it just started to dry up everywhere. Although, I should just I've been considering quitting it, but gosh, when you get to
there's
this
also
point,
that.
Yeah.
We could just stop.
Yeah. as much as I've talked positively about vaping and knowing that like you have been a long time smoker of cigarettes, and we've seen clearly the difference between long-term smoking of cigarettes and long-term smoking of vaping. I have no doubt that we are healthier, but
I still know cigarette smokers that are like,
but now it's
what's in there. I'm like, really, smoker of cigarettes?
Yeah,
like that's your argument,
right? Right. You don't. Well, that's the thing. We do know what's in there, and they are far more lax with adding things to cigarettes.
I'll tell you what I tell every smoker.
Formaldehyde. They're not putting any formaldehyde in my vape. I know that.
It's kind of the same. And it's actually, no, it's the same thing I tell my doctor. I will admit the science is still out on the long-term effects of this. I'll give you that one.
Yeah.
I know, however, how I feel in the morning, and I know how I feel when I get sick / don't get sick.
Well,
I don't get like random respiratory infections anymore.
Yes.
I don't hawk up shit every morning.
Right. You don't get sick and stay sick for 4 or 5 days.
In fact, I got sick the week of the Metallica concert.
Yeah.
And great. The worst thing that happened to me was my throat got scratchy.
Yep.
Like I didn't like.
Yeah, it used to be every time that I would get sick, it was like, it's like everything was a fucking head cold. I was you're constantly hacking shit up. And yeah, it's not the case anymore.
But no, every cigarette smoker knows what I'm talking about. You know what I don't do every morning?
Yeah.
The first,
absolutely.
Spitting that into your piss puddle.
Yeah, see if you can break it up.
Yeah. Yeah, that is gone. That is a thing of the past.
With your urine stream,
since I started vaping.
Yeah. But where I was starting with was like, as far as addiction is concerned, it might be one of the more insidious ones, even more so than cigarettes, because it's on that level of like coffee now, where you're like, yeah, it's probably not the best for me, and studies are all over the place. I mean, the studies are clear actually on nicotine. That's the thing that people really get confused about. Like, well, you're still introducing nicotine in your system. Yes. Okay. Show me the study that says that nicotine is harmful. Poisonous in high amounts. Yes. But so are apple seeds.
I heard someone the other day talk
just
about,
don't fucking OD on nicotine. You'll be fine.
Someone the other day talk about nicotine giving you cancer. I was like, that is wrong. Nicotine,
well, like you're fine. Yeah.
Nicotine it's not the nicotine, it's the delivery system.
No, and actually, just like coffee is a stimulant, there's a lot of positive effects for it. I mean, I just call this my think juice now. I had to do a lot of math today, which isn't a normal thing for my job, and it was trigonometry, which is not a normal thing for my brain, or I think the world is just made up magic. But I needed a lot of fucking things. I had to fucking take breaks, and it's like coffee, it helps. It's a reward system, yes, but it definitely, like, there's something about it, the way it helps me concentrate.
For me, it's my wake up juice.
But yeah, if I do decide that I need to stop it for some reason, which, not for some reason, the reasons that we already talked about, like, we ultimately don't know the long-term effects of this, but I'm also fucking vaccinated, so.
Yeah, right.
So we take some risks in life,
but the same people that tell you to get the shot.
We don't know the long-term effect.
You know what you put in your body.
We don't know the long-term effect.
Vapor, but get the shot.
Yeah. Yeah, and the other reason is just what you've described. You tend to refer to it as your bottle. And it feels that way. Like, you don't think about it until you're without it for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, you're on the road and your battery drops out and you're like, and you can't find your charger and you're like, well, this fucking day is fucked, right?
I'm just going to have to buy a pack of cigarettes now.
Yes, exactly, yeah. It's either that or I fucking drive this car off the next bridge I pass.
Oh, no, especially now when I try. Dude, these are Midwest thing. Like,
the breeze?
These are not nationally ubiquitous.
Oh, they really?
Like, no, when I
didn't know they had I go
out of town, I take an extra one because, last year I thought I lost mine and I was out of town. Yeah. Oh man, panic set in. Like, what am I going to do? Oh, no.
Yeah.
I guess we'll just have to get some off-brand one till the vacation's over.
Yeah, and it's You won't know how to regulate it. Like, you'll get a head buzz off of it because, you're not sure how much nicotine's in it and the flavor's all off and it's got like a cigarette flavor to it or something.
Those are the moments where I'm like, God damn it. I need to quit. Cause that's
right.
Because I feel exactly, I feel like baby needs
the loss
his
of
bottle.
Control.
Because I call it, baby needs his bottle.
Yeah. And that realization that something else has control over you. That's not an easy feeling for me. But, like everyone's got their addictions. I mean, like sugar would be the hardest one. If I was to kill all of my like coffee would probably go first and I would adjust within a week. Nicotine would take months and it would be a bear. And sugar, I would probably die battling.
There is a reason I do not keep it in the house.
Yeah, sugar in general, like sweets, yeah.
We had our holiday party on Friday. I don't know if there's fucking candy in the house now. It's already half gone.
Yeah. Because
that's how I roll.
When I buy... My girl's a big sweets eater. She's not a big girl at all. I don't know how she manages to stay so fucking tiny, but I buy cookies. I buy them 2 packs at a time now, and I just say, this one's yours, and this one's mine.
Like that?
Yeah. You have your own pack, and when it's gone, it's gone. Because, like, I can't, like, I open up a pack of cookies, I eat a couple, I come back, there's only a couple.
You know what, not to sidetrack the conversation, but this reminds me.
Please, no. Okay, but remind me where we were.
Yeah. Well, I think this is a good stoner conversation, perhaps.
Yes.
If in real life, Leslie Knope and Liz Lemon would have been very obese, right? Based on their TV diets. Leslie loved waffles and sweets and breakfast foods.
Well, yeah,
and Liz
but no.
never stopped eating. In her confessional to Jason Sudeikis, in one day she had 5 donuts.
Right.
But I know that's 1,500 calories just in donuts.
Yeah, but it's okay. Like, look, I splurge like that too. I'm a big, like, again, I'm not by any means a big dude, but I will put away a whole pizza from time to time.
And one of the running jokes for Liz Lemon was how she always talked about going to the gym and never went to the gym. So she had a terrible diet and never exercised. Wouldn't she have been like
that
huge?
Happens. Oh, I'm telling you, my girl is a perfect example of that. I can never fucking get her to go to the gym. She fucking binge eats all the time. I think she only just does, like, she eats once a day.
Yeah, Leslie Knope putting chocolate sauce and whipped cream in her coffee.
She's not
eating waffles, putting extra whipped cream on them. Always making cookies and cakes and shit. Never see her at the gym.
I don't know.
She would also be large and in charge.
I think it catches up with you too. They are also like kind of.
I mean, I'm talking about.
They were both high-strung women.
Fake TV characters, but I'm saying if they were real life, they probably would have. Both had diabetes.
I think it's reasonable that they would be in the shape that they were portrayed in the show. It's just after they did that job for 10 years, they would look very different.
I see Leslie in her 40s.
Like a realistic reunion of either one of those shows, that you wouldn't recognize them.
Liz Lemon lost a toe.
Yeah. Cookies are the big one in my house, though.
Oh, it's that time of year. God damn it. They're everywhere.
But year round.
I had 2 cookies yesterday. I wasn't even trying to have cookies.
I found, I was never a big fan of Chips Ahoy until they started doing the, not the soft bake, because any soft bake Chips Ahoy is fucking bullshit. And you gotta watch it too, because they get tricky with the labels. You gotta really read to make sure you're getting the right ones. But the Chips Ahoy with the Reese's Pieces in them are absolutely delightful.
That sounds like something I could eat by the sleeve.
Yeah. Those I don't think I could ever tire of. And every once in a while we'll get the Nantucket, the Pepperidge Farm, Nantucket cookie, the big ass,
Dude, with my genetics, my sweet tooth, and my penchant for weed, you're talking about shit I could never bring in my house.
Yeah.
Because it would be gone within hours by me.
And it's unfortunate because there's not a whole lot of cookie places, are there?
Have you ever been to Crumble?
No, I haven't.
Oh my God, go to Crumble.
Because there's places that do cookies, but are any of them good?
They are expensive, but worth it.
Any place like the sandwich places tend to carry cookies because they already have the oven, right? So they can just run a sheet of cookies through there pretty easily, probably. But they're just kind of generic cookies.
Next time you see a crumble cookie, just go in. And
Is its own place? Are these like mall kiosks, or are they
they're like
sole standalone? It's like going to a donut shop, only it's all cookies.
Yeah,
that's what we need. Yeah,
I know where you're at.
Where you see that,
dude? There's definitely where you live, Royal Oak. There's definitely one in Royal Oak or Ferndale.
Yeah, probably.
Probably both.
Yeah.
It's that kind of place.
I got to check it out.
Dude, just get a cookie. First of all, that's all you'll need, because you get halfway through it and be like, oh my God, I have to finish this.
Yeah, because that answers my question. Because I was going to say, like, where's a good, like, if you were out and about and you just, like, had a craving for a cookie, where would you, like, is there a Mrs. Fields, like a store that you could go to, or do they have, I don't know.
There used to be, and on the mall, there used to be Mrs. Fields.
But I haven't seen them anymore. Right. Yeah. Now you can buy these in the stores now, but I don't see them out.
And the one we all secretly laugh at.
They probably lost too much money. Can you imagine working at a place that just makes cookies? Oh my God. Every day you're like,
and there's the cookie.
You're like Lucille Ball. You're like, oh no, the conveyor is going too fast. I'm going to have to eat all these.
And there was the one cookie brand we all secretly giggled.
What was that?
After we said it. Otis Spunkmeyer.
Otis Spunkmeyer. It sounds like a porn name. There's not a gay porn.
There's gotta be a gay porn star named Otis Spunkmeyer.
Otis Spunkmeyer.
I don't want to put that in my browser. But if I was gonna be a gay porn star, Otis Spunkmeyer would definitely be on. It'd be
I think you'd
top
change
5 for list of names.
Like maybe you'd change
John
the first
Spunkmeyer?
name. Yeah. Well, no, like something that
Billy
makes you think of it.
Spunkmeyer.
Well, you know, like how female porn names now are always like if they kind of look like, if they kind of resemble a star, they'll like put that. So like, you know, if it's a petite brunette, they might have the last name Kendrick, like Anna Kendrick, but they're not gonna, you know, but it'll be like Sasha Kendrick.
Gotcha.
You know,
my name's Jim Spunkmeyer.
Jim Spunkmeyer is not bad, actually. I think that's probably
if I ever need a hotel alias, that's the name I'm registering under.
I think Jim Spunkmeyer is probably working like straight mostly.
Right? Yeah, it's his niche.
Jim or Jimmy. Yeah, I think he's more of like a
Jimmy Spunkmeyer.
Nah, Jimmy Spunkmeyer sounds like a gangster.
Gay gangster?
No, nothing gay about that one.
She just jizz at you in a Tommy gun.
Have you heard about the Cosmics, the new McDonald's restaurant?
I've seen this.
Yeah, I've seen it.
So what? They're going after Starbucks.
You've seen it in the wild, or you saw it?
No, I've seen like a bunch of articles.
Yeah,
they're going after Starbucks. Is this what I'm gathering?
I don't know why everyone is focused on that. Like, you're not the first person that I've heard mention that.
Just because I've heard it's because it's drink focused. Well, because it's.
I think it's because, I mean, maybe in their initial announcement they were focusing on the drink menu, because it was like, you know, stuff with like turmeric in it and shit. Like, that's, you know, stuff that you might normally find at like, you know, like coffee shops or like high end places. But it's a full menu from what I understand.
Yeah, I heard it was like a limited menu. Like, it's only going to be like snack wraps and like nuggets and shit and like.
Let's see. Here's
one's actually operating now, right?
This is on USA Today. The woman waited 4 hours to try Cosmics. Wow, I wouldn't do that. I mean, obviously she's doing this for a job, but. There's no fast food. What's the point of waiting 4 hours for fast food? It's insane. She had, this reporter had a creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich. What's a tomatillo? Is that like a type of sandwich? Or is it
a green fucking tomato?
It's just it's an underripe tomato?
No, it's not it's a
different.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's used a lot in Mexican cooking.
Oh, okay. I'm surprised I don't know it then. She had a citrus and cream shake. What?
So an orange cream shake.
Yeah, I guess. Pretzel bites with spicy queso.
So this is McDonald's trying to get fancy.
And a poppin' pear slush. You had a shake and a slushie?
This is McDonald's. This is McDonald's going after millennials and Gen Z.
Yeah. Let's see. So the menu describes a creamy avocado tomatillo sandwich as an omelet-style egg patty with applewood bacon, creamy avocado tomatillo
this is for the
sauce.
idiots used to eating like avocado toast in the morning.
And white cheddar cheese.
Listen, you are fucking McDonald's. What are you trying to do here? If anything, I would say take the McCafes from your restaurants and try to turn them into a thing.
Altogether, her bill was $19 for that. I mean, you get a shake and a slush. That adds up pretty quick. That's probably like nearly $10 right there. And they say this like Cosmic's isn't new. Cosmic was a mascot at one point.
When the novelty,
like we were alive during this period, apparently, from what I've heard.
I remember him vaguely when the novelty was. It was in the 90s. The novelty was starting to wear off. The Fry Kids and Grimace and all those dipshits.
Yeah, they went away for a while, and it was Mac Tonight was a mascot. Remember with the the big ass moon face that everybody hated Mac Tonight at first because they were scared by him. But I think people grew to love him.
Cosmic was a late addition to the whole McDonaldland gang, and he was from space or some shit.
Oh, so he was an actual like.
Yeah.
It wasn't like separate. I was thinking like some animated alien thing.
He was like their alien friend or something. Right.
So it was a puppet that belonged in. Yeah. It was in the Ronald McDonald canon, as one might say.
The McDonald's multiverse, if you will.
Well, no, the multiverse would be a crossover with the Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And who else? There's not. Well, like, what other fast food mascots are there? Like, most restaurants don't get to the size where they would need mascots and shit. Like, Wendy's had for a while the bird, right?
The bird?
There was like a puppet bird that was like a Wendy's mascot, wasn't there? Or am I thinking of the McDonald's bird mascot?
You're thinking, yeah, Birdie. She was their breakfast. She represented breakfast for the McDonaldland gang for some reason. Oh, that's
right, because the early bird gets the Donna worm in their sandwich.
Jack in the Box had that guy. Had Jack for a while.
Yeah, I guess. Well, wasn't that just like, I don't know.
Well, it's the guy from their sign, and then they brought him to life.
Right. That was more like a meta thing, though.
Yeah, Taco Bell's never... Be a drunk college kid.
Well, Taco Bell mascot. Taco Bell had the dog.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, all I'm seeing, it's just Wendy. And that's not really much of a mascot. Like, they personified her a few times in commercials, but it never really stuck.
Is the time to make the Donuts guy a mascot? No, because you couldn't buy, like, an action figure of him.
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be the bar for it, but... Yeah, that's more like, because then you could say that, like, the Where's the Beef lady could be a mascot, or the Don't Squeeze the Charmin guy was a mascot. That feels too much like calling a hot dog a sandwich.
Yeah, not a lot of fast food characters, now that you think about it.
Yeah.
McDonald's is the only one. I'm trying to think. Well, Chuck E. Cheese, does that count?
Yeah, I might give it to you. It's kind of a different business model, but yeah. It's like Chuck E. Cheese, Showbiz Pizza, they had their whole lineup. And like Burger King, like I want to say that the Burger King is the mascot, but again, they only really brought him to life in these meta kind of weird commercials where people were just kind of...
Which I feel if those were real life situations, he would have been shot several times.
Yeah, that. And it wasn't like... hey kids, I'm the Burger King, and like he skateboards and tells a joke.
He just showed up and didn't say anything.
Like, yeah,
and he stared at you.
Right, isn't it,
buddy?
Yeah, that was using the mascot more as like, isn't it weird that we brought our mascot to life? Why would we do this?
I keep a revolver in my nightstand, and you were in my bedroom. If you were not holding a plate of burgers, this could be a very different situation.
Let's see what happens when I search.
But also, I'm one guy. What am I going to do with 12 cheeseburgers?
I think this one counts, and there's a pretty major one from our childhood that you're forgetting.
Oh, boy.
You know, we talked about Chuck E. Cheese and Showtime Pizza, but there was a more traditional pizza chain that had a very successful mascot that not only had a long-running series of commercials, but had a video game.
You had to avoid them, didn't you?
Absolutely.
Yep.
You couldn't avoid him back in the day.
But you were instructed to avoid him.
You were instructed to avoid the Noid, but you could not avoid the Noid. The Noid was everywhere. Let's see. Yeah, if you... well,
in that case, does the pizza guy count?
Yeah. I mean, like, Little Caesars, they only really animated him to, like, stomp his spear and make the pizza flip and say pizza, pizza.
But all I'm saying is I worked for them for 17 years, and anytime anybody I met found out who I worked for, what do you think I heard right away?
Pizza, pizza.
Yeah.
Right. Great slogan. Mm-hmm. But to be a mascot, I think you have to, like, can you envision the Little Caesars guy jumping on a skateboard? Like, I don't think that would happen. The Noid probably did at some point jump on a skateboard and do a radical flip. Yeah. But Thrillist says it counts. Number 6 on their list of best fast food mascots, Little Caesar.
If anything, he's been consistent.
Yeah. They
updated him a few years ago. He manscapes now.
No longer has the 3 curly chest hairs.
Chest hair. I was there when they talked about it in the marketing meeting. They updated him a little bit.
There's 18 on them. We'll go through this pretty quickly. Remember the Sponge Monkeys?
No.
Quiznos.
We love the subs. Yes.
Yes, the weird song. I loved that commercial.
I don't know why people thought it was weird.
I thought it was hilarious. But we were all, like, it
was aimed at us.
Yeah, it was aimed at people who were watching those early Adult Swim stuff that was they were playing late night on Cartoon Network.
That's true. We were like, what's wrong? People 10 years older than us were like, what the fuck is this?
Yes. Let's see. Oh, they're listing out. They got Grimace here at number 17. Come on, man. This Mayor McCheese. This is stat. You can't pad a list out to 17 mascots and then break up the McDonald's crew. Like, that kind of count. Just say Ronald McDonald and Friends.
Right.
You're going to rank them on popular. Well, yeah, guess who's coming out higher than Grimace? Ronald McDonald, of course.
I realize the comparison I'm making here.
Yeah.
But just, it's for the reason of compare. You can't, like, list the greatest bands of all time and then list the Beatles individually. Like,
right.
You just list the Beatles.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying the McDonaldland
coming in at number 8, John Lennon.
Yeah, I'm not saying the McDonaldland gang is the Beatles.
Yes. Well, they are the Beatles of the fast food mascot world. Number 15, Bee.
Huh?
B-E-E.
From...
It's a red bee, too, with a little chef's hat. You recognize that cat? That bee, I should say?
No.
He looks like the big boy, but he's a bee, and he's dressed in a red tux. Jolly Bee. Nothing is more jarring than a smile so bright that there's no way the owner isn't completely dead on the inside. What is this? I don't know who this is. Is Jolly Bee a place? Yeah, according to this, Jolly Bee is a fast food restaurant. I've never heard of them. And you've been around, man. You've worked the biz. You've traveled the nation.
Jollibee.
B-E-E, yep. Just like it sounds. Jollibee. Jollibee.
Well, yeah, they're apparently a thing.
Yeah. What do they serve? Is it a burger place?
Looks like a lot of chicken.
Oh. What?
You get spaghetti.
What is the theme of this place? They have a bee mascot. They serve chicken and spaghetti. What do they got for sides? Like let's see, the taco salad?
Jolly Bee near us. Oh, there's one coming soon. And
what would you like with your Jolly Bee combo for the side? Do you want the Caesar side salad or the calamari?
Right. Well, hey, it says coming soon.
Or we also have barbecue rib tips.
We'll be able to tell you.
It's coming to us.
It says Sterling Heights coming soon.
Ooh.
But that's it.
We'll have to check it out. See what
miles 10.
Kind of insane
see
menu.
if I do miles 50. Let's see what happens. Nope, it'll be the only Jollibee within 50 miles.
So continuing out the list, number 14, cows from Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
They had Did they ever talk or do commercials with them, or are they just sitting out on the road advertising Chick-fil-A?
No, they'll have commercials with them too. Okay. I've seen them.
Doing the whole shtick like you should eat Chick-fil-A because they don't serve beef.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chuck E. Cheese of Chuck E. Cheese's, which we already talked about. Fry Guys from McDonald's. Oh, come on now. We already talked about that. Taco Bell Chihuahuas coming in at number 11. The Hamburglar at number 10. Well, first of all, if there's anybody except for Ronald McDonald that's ranking higher than the Hamburglar, this list is bunk. Because we all know the fucking ranking goes Ronald McDonald, Hamburglar, fucking Grimace.
And Grimace was down at the bottom.
No, Grimace was, yeah, you're right. Yes. Coming in over Mayor McCheese.
Right.
Or under Mayor McCheese, I should say. Mayor McCheese ranks higher than Grimace? Come on, man. For the first half of our lives, we didn't even know there was a Mayor McCheese.
It's true.
Oh, Arby's. I forgot about their mitten, their oven mitt. You remember Arby's talking oven mitt?
Barely.
Yeah, that was a thing for a while. So that Jack from Jack in the Box, as you mentioned. 6 for Little Caesars. Ronald McDonald's number 5. What the fuck? I gotta say this again. Ronald McDonald's number 5.
Who are 4 bigger mascots?
Number 4, the King from Burger King.
Above Ronald McDonald?
How do you figure? Number 3, Long John Silver. And you know what they don't have here to accompany it? A fucking picture. You know why? Because nobody knows what the fuck Long John Silver looks like.
Yeah.
Who's seen a Long John Silver commercial recently? Who's seen Long John Silver, the mascot, recently? Who's seen a Long John Silver restaurant recently?
They're still around. You got to go to the hood.
They're still around.
You got to go to the hood.
Yeah. Well, they still like them downriver, too. They got them in Taylor. Number 2, Wendy's. That barely qualifies. Number 1, the Colonel. Yeah. He definitely deserves to be up there. Like I would have said no, well, I guess
I feel Ron's a top 3 mascot.
Yeah. I would think so.
Call him Ron. We're on a first name basis.
Regardless of how much the character has ebbed and flowed in popularity, it's been there almost unchanged for longer than we've been alive.
That fucking clown was in front of every McDonald's when we were a kid. There was a statue of him.
Yes. There were always commercials.
Oh, Saturday morning?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. This Cosmic, I wonder how that works with the franchise. Or do they franchise that? I mean, obviously, there's only a few of them out there. And
I bet you right now they're probably like company stores.
Yeah. But when they, I don't know, how would you feel if you opened a McDonald's franchise and then somebody across the street opened a Cosmic?
Well, they wouldn't let that happen.
Yeah.
I know how that goes. But I feel this is McDonald's losing sight of what they are. Like they're trying to reinvent the wheel.
Yeah. I guess. I mean, it's no doubt that fast food has to be hurting right now, right? Because you don't have the workforce available to you that you used to for whatever reasons. People just
workforce is back. Workforce has been back for at least a year.
And when it comes to like the value that because the cost keeps going up. Well, cost is going up on everything, but it's gotten to the point where like it's not a whole lot more to go and sit down someplace that's going to have a little bit better food.
Correct.
That's what's really killing them. And so that's got to be what
I can go up the street to the diner here, spend the same amount of money, and get a much better meal.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I had Del Taco on the way here, as I always do. It's my tradition. I don't eat a lot of fast food anymore, but that's like the one thing that I'll still do is my weekly Del Taco visit. And, for 2 tacos and, a handful of chips and a little bit of queso and a soda, I was like almost $11. Like that. And I know it's, been decades and things change, but like you could have got that meal for like $5 back in the day at Taco Bell. And not to mention that I had to, for some reason, the one that I go to, they always have their dining room doors locked. I don't understand. It's not like I'm ever there late. I go there on the way here. I get here by 8. So I'm like at 7:30, I'm eating at Del Taco, and they always have their dining room locked up. I don't know why. But probably it's probably something that started at COVID, and then they just realized, well, this place is a lot cheaper to run if we don't open up the dining room. And they just stopped because everyone was hitting up the drive-thru anyway. So, but I tried to go back in because when I went for my second taco, they hadn't wrapped it properly and half of it was in the bag. So I had to go back through the line and have them redo it.
Yeah, I didn't order a walking taco.
And then when I got the replacement taco, it was together. It wasn't, all falling apart in the bag. But it wasn't great. It was fucking dashed together. I'm like, what the fuck does it take to get a taco? Like, it's such an easy thing to put together. It's so easy. It's one of the easiest fast food items to prepare. What the fuck does it take? And now I got to come through again, and you're going to do the same thing where the cheese is all on one side? I don't know. Sorry, that's my fast food rant for the day.
That's the workforce now.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hello, it is Ryan, and I was on a flight the other day playing one of my favorite social spin slot games on ChumbaCasino.com. I looked over at the person sitting next to me, and you know what they were doing? They were also playing Chumba Casino. Coincidence? I think not. Everybody's loving having fun with it. Chumba Casino is home to hundreds of casino-style games that you can play for free anytime, anywhere, even at 30,000 feet. So sign up now at ChumbaCasino.com to claim your free welcome bonus. That's ChumbaCasino.com and live the Chumba life.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
It is Ryan here, and I have a question for you. What do you do when you win? Like, are you a fist pumper, a woohooer, a hand clapper, a high fiver? I kind of like the high five, but if you want to hone in on those winning moves, check out Chumba Casino. At ChumbaCasino.com, choose from hundreds of social casino-style games for your chance to redeem serious cash prizes. There are new game releases weekly, plus free daily bonuses, so don't wait. Start having the most fun ever at ChumbaCasino.com.
No purchase necessary. VGW. Void where prohibited by law. See terms and conditions. 18+.
With Lucky Land Slots, you can get lucky just about anywhere.
Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to... Has anyone seen the bride and groom?
Sorry, we're here. We were getting lucky in the limo and we lost track of time.
No, Lucky Land Casino, with cash prizes that add up quicker than a guest registry.
In that case, I pronounce you lucky.
Play for free at LuckyLandSlots.com. Daily bonuses are waiting. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited by law. 18+. Terms and conditions apply. See website for details.
Hey, this is Cliff Dunning from the award-winning podcast, Earth Ancients. Are you curious about Earth's ancient past? Want to know more about Atlantis, Lemuria, and the lost lands known as Duggerland? Join me each week as we meet with scientists and best-selling authors who reveal the latest research and other curiosities. Join me each week here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
I'm Nick, the host of the UFO Chronicles podcast. with first-hand witness accounts of the strange and unexplained, covering UFOs, cryptids, conspiracies, and the paranormal. Real people, real encounters. So come with us on the journey into the unknown. UFO Chronicles podcast is available to listen to on all apps. I'll see you soon.
ChristopherMedia.net. The Weedsman Podcast.
I was reading a story earlier about a man who made garlic shrimp mash in an airplane bathroom, which I don't even know what garlic shrimp mash is. But,
dude,
what's mash?
You brought garlic on an airplane. Let's start
there.
Asshole. Let's just start there. Who gives a fuck what you made something with garlic? And you made an airplane bathroom. What is wrong with you?
He made it in an airplane bathroom using batteries and wires, all during a flight.
How long was this flight?
I don't know.
Please tell me this is like a transcontinental, 16-hour...
No, this guy is like a TikToker, a YouTuber or something. So it was kind of a stunt.
I am a lover of garlic, and it should be a federal offense to bring garlic onto an airplane.
Let's see. Once he was permitted to move about the cabin, he grabbed a paper sick bag from the back seat and headed into the restroom. While inside, he filled up the sink with water and used the 6-volt batteries that were wired to an immersion beverage heater to heat the sink water. So they said they used batteries to heat it up, but they didn't mention that the batteries are hooked up to a device that heats water. So it's kind of different,
right?
Like they make it sound like he MacGyvered this shit.
Yeah, like he had a fucking lemon and some copper.
Yeah, he was like, oh my God, do I have I need some fucking, garlic shrimp mash in me right now. Lady, give me your bobby pin.
Yeah.
Hey kid, let me see that Game Boy. I'm going to take the batteries out of it. So, yeah, he used the batteries to hook up to a device to heat water. He didn't use ultimately you could say, yes, he used the batteries to heat water. You're just skipping the important step that he hooked it up to. I could say, hey, I used a gallon and a half of gas to get here. You would understand what I meant. You didn't think I actually poured it on the ground and took a slide, put a slip and slide on it.
Drank a gallon and a half of gas
right,
and ran really fast.
Yeah, right. Ultimately, I used that gas to get here. I just put it in the car that made me go fast. Let's see. Once the water was hot enough, okay, I'm glad we're getting a step-by-step on this in case you wanted to reproduce this yourself. The man opened up the bag of shrimp on the changing table and placed them.
Oh my God!
And placed them in the sink.
Oh, so he had raw shrimp and garlic on an airplane?
Raw shrimp and garlic in a
no fly list. No, you're not allowed to fly ever again.
Right. He then seasoned the water with garlic sauce and salt to give the shrimp more flavor. Yes. Are you paid by the word? We know why someone would put garlic sauce and salt into something to give it more flavor. That part is understood. Once cooked, he placed the shellfish into, because you don't want to keep repeating shrimp. He placed the shellfish onto a pile of napkins on the side of the sink before preparing the instant mash. What is this instant mash? Is it just mashed potatoes? They're saying, using just his hands, the man mixed up the water and instant mash before it transformed into a solid. He then placed the mash into the paper sick bag, along with the shrimp, and mixed up his masterpiece for added flavor.
Please tell me the story ends with his fellow passengers beating the fuck out of him for bringing shrimp and garlic onto an airplane.
Yeah, that's what one TikTok user commented. Imagine being the next person in line to use a bathroom that had to have stunk up the entire plane.
This is just an asshole doing, hey, look what I can do, or doing something just to do it. I'm going to go make food in an airplane bathroom. First of all, Shall we talk about
gonna make it
the sink you prepared your food in?
Right.
And the last time it was probably washed and or sterilized? Should we start there?
You couldn't pay me to take food that I made myself into an airport bathroom and eat it there, much less prepare anything there. And also, how, 6-volt batteries and an electric water heating device, which I don't even understand what that looks like, but how the fuck did you get that on the plane? And what the fuck is TSA doing? If anything looks like a bomb or bomb parts, it's batteries and a handful of wires.
Yeah, but I had to leave my steamer behind in Orlando.
Your steamer, yes.
Because there was water in it.
Right. I bet you that guy could have made it with the steamer. He probably should consider that. That's right. He wouldn't be able to bring it on.
Did I tell you this story? And then he wouldn't let me.
Oh, yeah, you told me. Yeah.
And it wouldn't let me dump it out in front of him.
Yep.
But this asshole, gets by with shrimp and garlic.
Both those things.
Some device to warm water.
Either of those elements in their raw form should be banned from all air travel, period. You shouldn't be able to. Why would you have to bring raw shrimp or raw garlic onto a plane?
Yeah. Why do you have raw shrimp?
You shouldn't ever do that.
Dude, I felt bad bringing, when there's a McDonald's at the airport, I felt bad bringing, a double cheeseburger on the plane because I know there's onions on it.
I don't I've never brought anything on a plane other than, nuts or a granola bar or something that would have no traveling odor whatsoever.
But this dude brought raw shrimp and raw garlic.
Yeah. Once it's prepared, it probably smelled delicious. But that's a problem in and of itself, too. Because what do all the other passengers do now? They're smelling this delicious garlic aroma. And then the food comes around and it's do you want the turkey on white?
We can't drag this guy off the plane?
Yeah.
I'm sure the plane would cheer. Why are we dragging this guy? He brought raw shrimp and raw garlic. Oh, carry on.
Get up. The shoes start flying at him. He's the one. Doritos paired up with, let's see, who is this? Empirical? Some alcohol brand. Empirical Spirits. They released an 84 proof clear liquor that actually smells and tastes like opening up a bag of Doritos.
What flavor?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Cool Ranch? Nacho cheese?
Yeah. Let's see. What does it say on the label here? It just says Doritos.
So liquor that smells and tastes like corn chips? Mmm.
Yeah.
Where can I get it?
Unmistakable tang of cheese dust.
That's what it says in here. The nacho.
Yeah, it's probably the nacho cheese.
Okay. Once again, I feel this is one of those who is this for conversations. Who is clamoring for nacho cheese flavored liquor?
And at $65 a bottle? I think this is, they'll probably make some money off of gag gifts,
I have never been kicking back with a nice glass of bourbon and going, man, I wish this tasted like cheese.
Right. Yeah, you're trying to how do I get nacho cheese as a garnish? You're trying to drizzle it on the rim.
Yeah.
Maybe if you just rub it, like they salt the rim on a margarita.
The only thing I can see that maybe being a thing with is wine, right? Because you're supposed to pair wine and cheese together.
Let's see. Indeed, one sniff, this describes it in this article. One sniff of the spirit is enough to reveal its anchor ingredient. I guess it's cheese dust. The bouquet is brimming with the unmistakable tang of cheese dust, but in the sip, it's all about the cornier elements. It leaves your palate with a drying note akin to what accumulates on your tongue after you've crushed a sizable bag of corn chips. In other words, it's maybe more Fritos than Doritos. Fritos are
Nothing
better.
about
I
what
like
you
Fritos
said
better.
makes me want to try it more.
Right.
Man, I wish this bourbon tasted like corn chips. Hanging Fritos on the edge of the glass.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, Fritos would make a nice... Fritos are better. They're a better chip anyway.
Oh, do you make a cheese... Do you give yourself a nice little cheese dust rim when you drink this liquor?
Oh, yeah, that's true. You could absolutely do that. I was joking about the nacho cheese earlier, but yeah, you could just crush up Doritos. Somebody's probably done that.
Everything about this drink makes me want to throw up, describing it.
Yeah. It just doesn't mix.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, you wouldn't... I don't know.
Great. There might be like some 24-year-olds right now listening to us and go, man, what are you talking about, old man? Like, I don't know. You're the age group that likes fucking flaming hot Mountain Dew. So you guys, it's all you.
Do they? I mean, I know that's a thing, but is it a popular thing?
My nephew has had it and likes it.
Yeah.
No, my Mountain Dew career is retired.
Yeah. Only when I go to Taco Bell, which isn't often.
No, you know what? Correct. In the summertime, when it's fucking hot, I will get a Baja Blast.
Yeah.
I'll get the 0 calorie, but I'll get a Baja Blast.
You got to get Baja Blasted. That is the best Mountain Dew flavor,
And
even over the
haven't-
original.
Every time I have it, I think the same thing. I still haven't done it yet. Every time I have it, I think, man, this would be delicious with some coconut rum. And I bet you it is.
Oh, that's a great idea. Yeah.
No, but it seems like it would make the kind of drink that you'd be like, wow, this doesn't taste like there's booze in here.
Right, that too.
Drink a gallon of it, an hour later, you're hurling in the bushes.
It would kind of be like a pina colada, only it wouldn't taste like suntan lotion.
It's true.
I was reading an article earlier about, it was saying that it was disproving the myth that you could dislodge food stuck in your throat by drinking soda, which I hadn't heard of. And I was kind of confused by it. But I think what they're describing, let me see here. Rumor, tips from websites on Wikipedia, anecdote in a British newspaper about paramedics saving a life using cola. I've even heard doctors recommending it, said co-author Arjun Brendanord. What is he the co-author of? Oh, a study. Yeah, so it's always a marked increase in ER visits during the holiday season involving people getting bites of partially chewed turkey or similar foodstuffs stuck in their throat. Googling home remedies might encourage you to sip on some cola instead of going to the ER. But getting it stuck in your throat makes me think that you're choking, right?
Yeah.
So are you telling me that like people can't breathe and they're like someone else is like, drink some cola?
Yeah, pour some liquid into your...
Right.
Yeah.
Or are they describing it like going down the throat? Like,
all I'm hearing is turn it into a drowning. That's what I'm hearing.
But do you get food stuff? Like if it doesn't go down the wrong pipe, right? You know, that's one thing. Like food going down your windpipe. Maybe that's not what they're describing. Going down the throat, but not going down all the way. Like people go to the ER for that. I mean, I if it was stuck, I guess I would go to the ER. But like, how does it get stuck? How do you get? Like
generally, if something's stuck in your windpipe, you're choking.
No, but not in your windpipe though. That's what they're saying. Like stuck in your throat, stuck in. Well, what would you call the part that goes down into the stomach?
Your esophagus.
Yes. Okay. Yeah. There you go. So stuck in the esophagus and not in your windpipe. But how?
I mean, I think I know. Like, I've definitely I had something where I'd taken like too big of a bite of food.
Yeah.
And you definitely feel it like working its way down.
Right,
maybe.
but it goes down.
Yeah.
Like you keep eating and it just all shoves down, right? Although I did have, I had a friend who he had to have, it was a fairly minor procedure, but it took him a while to figure out what was going on because basically he had a problem with like the muscle that basically it controlled the little flap over the stomach that, let the food come in from the esophagus. And he would eat and it wouldn't make its way into the stomach. It would just all pile up into his esophagus and then some of it would come out. He's like, I was just like puking up like not even digested food.
Weird.
Yeah, really weird.
I had, when I was in high school, the muscle between the stomach and the small intestine was swollen. So if I had like one more like gram of food in my stomach than I was supposed to, it would just all come out.
Really?
Yeah. It was crazy.
You'd puke it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, especially after I ate, a lot of times be like, oh, I'll be back.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. People thought I had an eating disorder and shit.
Right.
I was like, no, I got a fucking,
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like,
one of my sphincters is swollen. It's all, I mean, that's a sphincter is just the circular type of muscle.
It's the type of muscle, yes.
Yeah.
I believe the actual name is the duodenum.
Duodenum. I like that. That's a great word. We don't use it enough, but it's not our fault. It's just not an opportunity,
No. You are demonized when you are educated in this country.
Oh, yeah. Well, there's
my
that.
ex-wife
used
to give me shit about, why do you have to say words like that? It's like, I will not, and it was more around like her relatives. I was like, I will not let you make me feel bad because I paid attention in school. Like,
yeah, my girlfriend's like that about pop culture shit because she doesn't pay attention to it. And I'm just like, I can't think of a good example, but I'll be like, I'll make like a reference to, a Matrix movie or something. She's like, what are you talking about? Like The Matrix? That sci-fi movie that everybody saw that wasn't really that great, but everyone's minds were fucking blown by all three of them for some reason. Like, I didn't even watch all three of them, but I know what the fucking movies are about.
Yeah, like you know me, like I haven't seen anything.
And then she'll be like, stop talking to me like I'm stupid. I'm like, no, you're not stupid for not knowing The Matrix. I'm just surprised. Like, how do you avoid this shit?
Yeah, no, like the one that everyone looks at me still is, I've never seen Goonies.
Yeah.
They're like, how did you get through childhood in the 80s without seeing it? Like,
you already missed your opportunity. I mean, there's no point in going back. It's not great. It doesn't hold up. Anyone who tells you, oh, Goonies is still, no, dude. Goonies is as you remembered it, and you enjoyed your childhood, so you enjoyed watching Goonies again because it reminded you of the childhood you enjoyed. That's the extent of what you enjoyed out of Goonies. Mm-hmm. Everything else, the performance, the writing, the acting, the sets, the direction, none of it's any good. Mm-hmm. None of it is any good. It's shit movies made for kids that was supposed to be disposable. We all clung to it because there wasn't a whole lot out at the time.
Yeah, like how we all thought.
E.T. is a movie that actually does hold up, right? Not fantastically, but it holds up to be entertaining and acceptable as a movie. Goonies is barely acceptable as a fucking movie when you watch it these days. It's just kids and weird mutants doing shit.
Well, yeah, it's like you're back when your options are limited, right? Like when we thought that the TV shows that were on the only three networks
version
we
of
had
Cannonball Run, right?
Yeah.
There is no plot. They're just running around doing shit. Replace all the cleavage with a droopy eye and make everybody half their size, and you've got the same fucking movie, basically.
Wow. Strong feelings on Goonies.
Goonies sucks.
Dude, when I tell people I haven't seen it, they look at me like I have a fucking tail.
Yeah.
Like I showed up and I have horns.
Everybody our age has seen it. I mean, not everybody.
My sister says it's her favorite movie. I'm like,
oh, really?
We never watched it together. I never witnessed you watching it. We did not own it. It was not in our house. I mean, granted, she had friends and probably saw it with that, but at the same time, it's like, What?
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't on any of the movies we taped off cable. Wasn't on any of the movies.
What is the movie that stuck with you that you watched as a kid that you think might hold up?
Well, it's the movies. I know they
like Ghostbusters.
Because I'm right. Yeah, Ghostbusters, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Like, history has proven me right. Those are good movies.
Yeah.
I even like, my opinion on 2 and 3 is switched from popular opinion. I like 3. I could take or leave 2. And you talk to anybody else, and they feel the opposite.
No, I'm with you on that because what 1 and 3 have are a plot. And 2 doesn't really have a plot. Like,
the plot of 2 is just get the book back.
Yeah. Like, so what? You know, he's just
the plot of 2 is stop Biff from becoming rich. That's the plot of 2.
Yeah.
The plot of 2 is like, oh shit, we said at the end of the first one to be continued, and this movie sold a lot of tickets, and now we gotta fucking write a second one. Yeah. That's the plot of 2.
I don't know. I'm not terribly mad. I mean, there's great moments in 2. Flea showing up as the boss and firing him on every fax machine in the place.
By the way,
it's ridiculous.
How about time when you're a little kid versus time now? The time between Back to the Future 1 and Back to the Future 2, it was only 3 years in real time, right? When I was a kid, that might as well have been fucking 10 years.
Yeah.
That felt like it was so long.
When?
Yeah.
Like, they're still making Bond movies every fucking year.
Yeah. Another Star Trek movie?
Yeah. All right. Well, we should wrap it up for this week.
Yeah. We're getting close to wrapping it up for the year.
Yeah.
We got some year-end lists coming.
Oh, that's right. It'll probably be next episode.
Oh, I heard my first one this week about everything that was Googled this year.
Oh, yeah?
We can have fun with that in the future.
All right.
Yeah.
Next week.
End of the year's not going away. Go to @TheWeekman420 on social media to find us. Go to ChristopherMedia.net if you'd like to help us out and hit the PayPal button. Excuse me. It's the holiday season. If you want giving, you want to give, go there. Or if you want to give stuff for free, you can rate and review us wherever you listen to us, because that is how you help other people find the show.
That's the type of gift that keeps giving to us.
And hey, if you've been around for a while, thank you for listening. If you're newish or new to the show, welcome. Also appreciate you listening. And stay high.
Stay high.
Hey, this is Cliff Downing from the award-winning podcast, Earth Ancients. Are you curious about Earth's ancient past? Want to know more about Atlantis, Lemuria, and the lost lands known as Duggerland? Join me each week as we meet with scientists and best-selling authors who reveal the latest research and other curiosities. Join me each week here on Spreaker or wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts.
I'm Nick, the host of the UFO Chronicles podcast, with first-hand witness accounts of the strange and unexplained, covering UFOs, cryptids, conspiracies, and the paranormal. Real people, real encounters. So come with us on the journey into the unknown. UFO Chronicles podcast is available to listen to on all apps. I'll see you soon.
Are you struggling to lose weight and keep it off? Tired of wasting time and money on starvation diets that lead to more frustration and stress? If there was a weight loss solution that could actually work for you, would you try it? Then head to Golo.com.
I'm Steve. I lost 138 pounds in 9 months on Golo.
I'm Amber. I've lost 128 pounds with Golo.
If you're ready to take back control of your life, head to Golo.com now and see how Golo can work for you. That's Golo.com.
My sleep is way better. My inflammation has gone way down. Golo saved my life. I was way overweight. That's what sent me down the path. I wanted to make sure and live for my kid.
I have literally tried everything. I was on the verge of getting gastric bypass surgery, and I saw the Golo commercial, and it was the last thing I tried because it worked.
Join over 2 million people who found a better way to lose weight with Golo. Your healthier and happier life begins at Golo.com. That's GOLO.com. Again, GOLO.com.
The Weedsman Podcast. ChristopherMedia.net.